All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Yep. So this special edition, this is Old Nerd and a Daughter.
I'm the daughter.
Yes.
One daughter.
Yes. I've replaced the genius with the daughter, who in her own right is a genius. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we saw Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical.
It surely was.
Yeah. We just got out of it, and I think I know, speaking for myself, I enjoyed it. What about you?
For the most part, yes. I would give it a B+.
B+. Okay, that's fair.
I don't know how you rate musicals.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, B+ is good. B+ is good. What keeps it from being an A?
Well, the slow parts, the slow songs, but I guess that's par for the course. But
Yeah.
I just can't get it. Like, I almost fell asleep there at one point.
Oh, really?
And then
Frank slept through one of the movies we went to, so you'd be in good company.
I was really yawning there towards the end. Maybe it was a little too long.
Well, I think here's the thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. And by the way, for anybody who hasn't seen Mrs. Doubtfire the musical, it fairly follows the story of the movie. They made a few things, and we can talk about that with a few changes. But the second act, and in fairness, the movie kind of does the same thing, but after intermission, you come back, and it really leans more into the melodramatic.
Yes.
It really leans more into the family torn apart. What can we do? How do we deal with it? Dynamic, wouldn't you say? And that.
I think I went how the movie went.
You don't remember the movie? When was the last time you saw the movie?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, because I'll tell you.
But I do remember the little bits, like the little, that they did the same. That I was looking for.
Well, and here's the thing, and you mentioned B+. They've got almost an impossible bar, because when you think of Mrs. Doubtfire, what you're really thinking of is Robin Williams.
Right, and I also really like Sally Field too. To be fair.
Okay. So you can't. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to separate the story from them, because they did such a good job with that, and especially, I mean, when you think about all the movies Robin Williams did, this one was one that really showcased him. It's in probably the top 3 Robin Williams movies as far as showcasing just what a genius he really was, right? And the guy who was the lead on this was good, but still, it's hard to get up to that.
Yeah. I don't know
Robin
how you
Williams
would do
level.
an A. I don't know how you get an A+, without having.
But I'll tell you this too. When your sisters and I watched the movie, I forget, maybe it was the last time we were all in town, so I don't know when that would have been.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, it was when, obviously you were with your family, with your sons and John and maybe your mother at the time, and they were over at my house. Your sisters were over at my house, because Allison was staying with me. So we all went on my big screen TV and watched Mrs. Doubtfire. And I can tell you that all of us at the end were kind of like, whew, that's kind of
heavy.
It's kind of heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, especially given our family history, right?
True.
And so it's hard not to. It makes you feel some kind of way.
Lean into those moments
because
other people would just gloss over if they don't have life experience.
Right, and so we've had that life experience in some ways.
True.
Very similar, and so it was kind of ripping a Band-Aid off in some, if you will, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got that. We've got a little bit of baggage we bring into the movie, but you know what? Everybody does, and
I think that's why people like it so much.
Yeah, I think people can identify with it, but that's again, it's been probably a year since I've seen the movie, but the play kind of does the same thing. It leans towards the end. It's trying to speak to all of you who might be in some kind of odd family situation.
Right.
Here, the main thing is, love and that message. So they kind of lean into that. So you get away from the comedy when they do that.
No, too. And I haven't seen it probably since I had kids. So that adds another layer to it.
Yeah.
For me.
So, anything you remember standing out different from the movie that you liked? I mean, there was a lot.
Well, they did all of the classic, like the run by fruiting.
Yeah.
And the I don't know, there were more of them. So they threw in the classic lines that I was looking for that you kind of think of when you the pie in the face.
Yeah, the pie in the face. Although he actually took the cream off his face in this case and put it in the cup.
Oh yeah, instead of it falling down.
Instead of falling down in there, yeah.
That's right.
He like standing in front of her, takes the hot tea, scrapes cream off of his face and puts it, and then stirs it with his finger and hands it to her.
So there's a lot of the good classic moments that you want to see, I think.
Yeah.
Did.
Well, like I think early on, when she's getting he's doing all the fake phone calls to her about applying for the nanny position.
Yes.
The I'm job.
Yeah, I am
love
job.
that one. I am job.
Yeah. A lot of it, yeah. I don't know.
It was good, and they brought his brother and his brother's partner into it more than the movie.
Yes.
They were in multiple scenes.
And it's hard for me to not think of, I don't even know who that actor is in the movie.
That play the brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's hard to, because they were all so,
yes.
It's
so
iconic.
Good.
Like, you can't replace it. I mean, they did a great job in the play, but it's
like the guy that played his brother was just yelling way too much. I
actually thought that was a funny add in the thing where he yelled when he lied.
When he had to yell when he lied, and then the kid did that too.
Yeah, I thought that was,
then his son,
that was clever.
The son did that too. So yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And let's see. Oh, the one thing that I was like, okay, where are they going with this? It turns out, and I don't remember what she did in the movie, but the Sally Field character, the mom, I guess has some kind of sportswear thing that she's trying to get off the ground. Some kind of, called it M Body or something.
Yeah.
It was sportswear, and so they were going to do the fashion show, and they didn't have a plus.
Yes,
they didn't have a plus size model.
Yeah.
So they convinced Mrs. Doubtfire to be the plus size model, and the oldest daughter's like, I don't think you realize what you just agreed to model, and she pulls up a damn bikini, sports bra bottom kind of thing out of the bag, and so I'm sitting there thinking, and then they fade to black, so to speak, they drop the curtain. I'm thinking, wow, how are they gonna, how is he gonna pull off wearing a bikini as Mrs. Doubtfire? And I
was thinking that too.
Yeah, so that really grabbed my attention as far as a difference from the movie. That really brought me in. Like, okay, wait, how that's going to pull this off? And then, she comes out with basically a unitard on and has the sports bra, full spandex thing, and then she has that on over it. So yeah, that was cute. That was fun. What else can you think of?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I'd recommend it. I mean, go see it, right? If you've got the opportunity to go see it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
I think, because.
Yeah, although Lindsay pointed out that we were at the senior citizen showing of the.
We did. We did. We went to the matinee or whatever.
Yeah, in the middle of the afternoon, so it skewed heavy towards my peer group. We had.
And then you go and get in trouble at the beginning.
Yeah, I got in trouble right at the get-go. So we're sitting in there. The show had just started. I mean, we weren't 5 minutes into it, and so and my watch, which I still haven't figured out how to deal with the notifications. I had the phone silenced, all that kind of stuff, but my watch is sitting there vibrating, which is distracting. And so every 60 seconds, it's sitting there vibrating. So I'm like very kind of low key, trying to look over and try to figure out which of these buttons on my watch to push to make sure it doesn't vibrate anymore.
Because I saw you doing that. I saw you pushing your watch.
Yeah,
I was like,
so I'm sitting there pushing buttons, and so all of a sudden I hear behind me, "Are you recording this?"
I didn't hear any of this.
Yeah, and so I'm like, "What the hell?" And so I kind of glanced back over my shoulder. I'm like, no. And so I didn't know who this was behind me. I'm like, why is this biddy getting in my business? you know. So, but my instinct was, I said, no. I said, are you the police? And so that all happened at the 5 minutes. So I was telling Lindsay about it at the intermission, and you're like, what?
I didn't, none of it. I heard none of it. I saw him originally messing with his watch, and then I must have just left the room because I was not there. I did not hear any of that go down.
Yeah. No. So it was good. It was good. All right, that pretty much wraps it up, I think. You got anything else to add?
I think, no, it was a good time.
All right. That's it. Thanks.